I'm getting some financial stuff worked out. I've retained a lawyer and he's asking me to sort of put together some of the documents. As of right now, nothing concrete has still happened with Coyote Pass. I am trying to collect all the documentation I need to explain to the lawyer what happened as far as the payment on the land. It was really kind of our joint funds that paid the bulk of the property, and therefore we should be entitled to split it 4 ways. I saw what was happening, but I trusted it would all work out in the end. And looking back now, I'm like, wow, I was really dumb. Why did I not insist that we were all titled on all the pieces? You know, I just want this to be done because this is the only thing that still ties me to Kody and Robin. And I'm ready to just close that chapter.
You know, I had been kind of wondering why Janelle and Mary have been so skittish about Kody and how he will deal with Coyote Pass, because I mean, it's all playing out on the show and he's been saying he's going to be fair. So at the very least, Mary and Janelle's lawyers have Kody's own words to use against him. I pretty much figured the dragging out of the division and or sale of Coyote Pass has largely been due to the fact that this really is the last thing tying most of the adults together. So for the sake of the show, they need this to take as long as possible. We've just entered a mid-season break for the show, but do not worry. We have a lot to talk about on Reality Squad because we are finally starting to talk the details of this family's funky finances. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about that Zoom conversation Mary and Janelle had where they both agreed that they need to lawyer up because Kody is shady as fuck. There's this clip that made it into an Australian edit of the show that is freaking wild, you guys. Janelle reveals Kody definitely fucking sucks and maybe might even be committing criminal acts. I don't know. I'm no legal scholar, but it's all really sketchy. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. I need to bitch for a second, you guys. I am so fucking over different versions of these Sister Wives episodes playing in different countries. Can we just get one episode, please? There is this portion of Janelle and Mary's Zoom conversation from episode 19 of this season, which is a big bombshell revelation that, as far as I know, only has been able to be viewed in the United Kingdom and Australia. I've seen like handheld footage going around, and you guys, I spent hours yesterday trying to get an actual copy of that version of the episode, but I couldn't. I went all over the world in my VPN and it was for naught. So I will be reusing that handheld footage that was sent to Without a Crystal Ball because that's the only place I know of at the moment that has the most of this part of the episode that was definitely cut from the American version. Now, oftentimes stuff that is cut from the American episodes comes out as bonus content on YouTube, but this hasn't, and I don't think it ever will, especially if Kody has anything to say about it. Because, and let me preface this by saying that I am not a legal scholar or anything, but what Janelle reveals sounds like a crime. And when I saw this scene, I was like, whoa. What we saw in the American version of episode 19 was still quite revealing about why Janelle and Mary feel the need to have legal representation with dealing with Kody now. And if you guys have watched documentaries on Mormonism or the LDS or fundamental Mormons, you will know that culturally, these people really do not love government involvement in their lives. I think Christine has even talked about on the show about how scared she was of law enforcement growing up. And Kody even tried to scare Christine when she was leaving him that the government was going to come in and like steal Truly. And now look, two women who grew up in Mormon fundamental polygamy are lawyering up. I don't want it to get lost on just how big of a deal that is. Janelle and Mary have this Zoom call about giving each other a status update on how their dealings have been going with Kody. And let's just say he's a super big piece of shit.
And because there's really not a whole lot of legal agreements, but there were like family relationships. I mean, like there's a lot I think that we can stand on.
Yeah, there's things that we did because we were family and we at that time worked together. We all paid for it equally.
We didn't pay for Coyote Pass all equally. I paid for an entire lot all by myself, at least 92% of it.
I honestly have no idea why it was set up the way that it was set up. I remember when we bought the property asking about it, like, why is it that I am only on this property? And Kody had a big issue with the fact that I was questioning it. So it's really unfortunate that it's come to this. I didn't think that Kody was capable of something like that.
I have had my suspicions he's doing something and doesn't want us to know, which is worse. So to me, it feels like Kody has kind of two speeds. Like either he's ignoring me when I ask about the property, or else he's really gung-ho, which always makes me like, why? But I don't know who he is anymore. I don't recognize who this guy is.
I'm working on this. I'm not rushing, but I'm not your servant to boss around.
I've offered to help with the property, and it's just a simple process of adding names to titles.
Mary says they all paid for everything equally, and then it cuts to Kody saying they didn't pay for everything equally, that in fact he paid for one lot all by himself. And then he goes, well, okay, maybe not all by myself, but like I paid for like 92% of it, which is practically all of it. And remember when Kody told us that he and Robin gave Christine the down payment for her house, and then it was revealed that that came from the family fund? I'm pretty sure Kody paid for 92% of one of the lots, still with Janelle and Mary's money. It is so frustrating seeing just how willingly blind these women have been with the inequity in the family dynamic, especially when it came to money. And ladies, we have really had to fight for our rights to own land, to vote, to have bank accounts in our own names. If we can take anything from Mary and Janelle's plight this season, let it be that we as women need to always financially protect ourselves. Cover your asses and cover your assets. When Janelle says she feels like he's doing something and doesn't want her to know, hold on to that thought because we will circle back to it. Later on in episode 19, Janelle meets up with David and Christine, and she talks more about how she felt like she never had control over her own money.
I never felt like I had much control over my own money because everybody was pulling from the same, which is great. We did that. We set our family up that way.
Yeah.
But like towards the end, it was just really hard. When we all first started, there was kind of like this thing. We weighed in on what bills should be paid, how we were going to pay, who got priority. And then the last several years, Kody would just take out funds and I don't know what for. And the money was just being spent.
I was a father to 18 and a husband to more than just Janelle. So we had a lot of places that money needed to go that weren't always Janelle's business.
Cody would just take out funds and Janelle, the family accountant, didn't know what for. Money was just being spent. Ugh, Janelle, you are a smart woman. And I know you hate having to retell this tale because this is not a great look for you or Mary. Every time Kody invokes the fact that he was a father to 18, I just want to be like, shut the fuck up, bro. You're a father to none. You can barely take care of yourself. You're an embarrassment. Fuck out of here with your David Yurman Heart of the Ocean necklace and horsey ring. Also, if it's money coming out of the family pot, the one Janelle manages and the one everyone is paying into, then it's everyone's business, you fucking clown. But you guys, there was more to that Zoom call, a revelation that I feel like could have legal consequences. I guess someone overseas sent this footage to Without a Crystal Ball, so shout out to whoever that person was, and we have to give credit to Katie Joy for this footage.
To go get his name off my bank account, and he went in one day and didn't tell me, took his name off all of my accounts and closed the family business account, which I had been keeping open so I could get records pulled and all that. I went to log into the business account and it's like, there's not an account. I'm like, what? I was going to do it, but I had kind of kept it open because I just wanted to make sure that until this property is settled, that those records were all there, because a lot of the transactions for the land came from that account.
I'm sorry. What did you just say, Janelle? Kody went in and closed a bank account that was a joint account without the permission of the other people on the account? I mean, people with legal knowledge, please tell me if this is on the up and up, because if it is, it certainly shouldn't be. Janelle is trying to gather documents, probably proof of payments into this account that paid for the mortgage on Coyote Pass, And Kody closed the account. I'm sure it was an attempt to destroy evidence. What the ever-loving fuck? Kody, dude, you are going to end up in prison one day. I mean, Jen Shah, Todd Chrisley, Kody, reality stars do go to prison. Needless to say, now I get why Janelle and Mary feel like they needed legal representation. Kody is not going to be fair like he purports he will be. Luckily for Janelle and Mary, this is all playing out on national television and in the public eye. We, the viewers, are tracking everything. As always, let me know your thoughts on this latest revelation down in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah Spills, and my podcast, Mostly Harmless. Links for both of those will be down in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, and X at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.